Today, Joe Biden introduced his tax increase plan. It will be the largest tax increase in history, raising taxes between $3 to $4 trillion. But he insists it will be good for the economy and will create jobs. I watched a little bit of his speech today, as much as I could stomach. Of course, you can't believe the goddamn thing he says. President Trump released a statement, and I will read it to you in its entirety. Joe Biden's radical plan to implement the largest tax hike in American history is a massive giveaway to China and many other countries that will send thousands of factories, millions of jobs, and trillions of dollars to these competitive nations. The Biden plan will crush American workers and decimate U.S. manufacturing while giving special tax privileges to outsourcers, foreign and giant multinational corporations. Biden promised to build back better, but the country he is building up in particular is China and other large segments of the world. Under the Biden administration, America is once again losing the economic war with China. And Biden's ludicrous multi-trillion-dollar tax hike is a strategy for total economic surrender. Sacrificing good-paying American jobs is the last thing our citizens need as our country recovers from the effects of the global pandemic. Biden's policy would break the back of the American worker with among the highest business tax rates in the developed world. Under Biden's plan, if you create jobs in America and hire American workers, you will pay more in taxes. But if you choose to close down your factories in Ohio and Michigan, fire U.S. workers, and move all your production to Beijing and Shanghai, you will pay less. It is the exact opposite of putting America first. It is putting America last. Companies that send American jobs to China should not be rewarded by Joe Biden's tax plan. They should be punished so that they keep those jobs right here in America where they belong. This legislation would be among the largest self-inflicted economic wounds in history if this monstrosity is allowed to pass. The result will be more Americans out of work, more families shattered, more factories abandoned, more industries wrecked, and more main streets boarded up and closed down, just like it was before I took the presidency 4 years ago. I then set record low unemployment with 160 million people working. This tax hike is a classic globalist betrayal by Joe Biden and his friends, the lobbyists. They will win. The special interests will win. China will win. The Washington politicians and government bureaucrats will win. But hard-working American families will lose. Joe Biden's cruel and heartless attack on the American dream must never be allowed to become federal law. Just like our southern border went from best to worst and is now in shambles, our economy will be destroyed. End of statement. So President Trump recently did his first on-camera interview since leaving office. With Laura Trump, his daughter-in-law, actually. And it's been banned from every platform. Facebook removed it, saying that not even the voice of President Trump is allowed to air, because I guess this was broadcast on Facebook, and Facebook has removed it and said that not even President Trump's voice is allowed on the platform in that way. On the platform, in the interview, he was asked whether or not he could possibly be launching his own social media network pretty soon. And he gave the usual answer, well, maybe not, I don't know, I kind of like my statements the way I've been doing it here lately. Well, since this video has been banned and his voice has again been silenced in an unprecedented way, today, whenever, just a little while ago I first heard about it, he finally confirmed that he will be, in fact, coming out with his own social media platform. Let me see if I can find that article. I'm not going to bother with the article. But yeah, so at least we have that to look forward to. He says that they are taking their time to perfect the site before they go ahead and launch it. They said that you only get one shot at this, and you want it to be perfect, which is perfectly understandable. President Trump's always been a bit of a perfectionist, really. So we have that coming, and it's been confirmed by Trump himself. So it is, in fact, going to happen. I'm looking very, very forward to it. It's going to be great. One other part of the interview, Laura Trump asked President Trump, she said, I know you don't want to say yes or no yet, but is there hope that you will run again in 2024? And President Trump said, yes. There is hope I will run again. That I can tell you, there is hope. Great. So he pretty much confirmed that he will be running again. Awesome interview. Perfect. It's great. I love President Trump. It's always great to see him again, but it's perfect that he pretty much confirmed that he will be running again in that interview, and then shortly after confirmed that his social networking site is in fact going to become a reality. The next few years are going to be very exciting, and I can't wait for it, and I'm thinking a lot about it. The next presidential race is going to work out in our favor, I believe. We're going to get it right next time. And I'm looking forward to the whole thing, the announcement and the primaries, and then our candidate gets through, hopefully Trump, and then all the way through the whole process, rooting for our person, and then the Republican National Convention that we'll be watching, and the debates and the whole 9 yards, and then the election night itself was so exciting. It's going to be great, and I'm looking very forward to all of it. And this time it's going to be even better because it's going to work out in our favor, and I really believe that.